The prints that we make here at Gotham are the highest quality. Our clients run the gamut. We have art consultants, we have institutions like Sony Music, Sports Illustrated, the New York Times Magazine. We have enthusiasts, which we love. You know, a guy with a camera, works at another job, loves to take pictures, which is awesome. And then we have our professionals, which are like Nan Golden, Eleanor Carucci, Vera Luder, Walter Yost, Nigel Barker, formerly America's Next Top Model, and it goes down the list.
We're a boutique, you know, where our clients come here, they hang out here. Peter coined the term a hammock client, someone that stays here, you know, pulls up camp, brings their kids. Eleanor Carucci was here for 4 or 5 hours at a time. She knows how to print. She has a really good eye. We have a lot of clients that have really good eyes and are really, really demanding of us throughout, and it's, you know, exhausting and wonderful and really rewarding. And we have other clients that really want to please their client and know we do a phenomenal job and kind of hand it off to us and kind of go, you know what, you guys do this, you're printers, you know what you're doing. I'm going to leave that to you.
I usually ask somebody when one of the first conversations I have with them when they make contact with us, I say, so what's the end user? Where's this print going? What's happening? And then we can tailor the whole experience and the types of paper and so on and so forth based upon where it's going to hang in the end. Our prints end up in the hands of everybody. We just printed a show for Vera Luder, which is hanging in a museum in the south of France. We've had prints hanging on Sasha Wolf's gallery and Michael Foley's gallery, Roger Ballin, Christie's auction house, the wall of your neighbor's apartment. Just walk through Chelsea and you'll see them.
Looking at the archivalness based on Wilhelm, you know, given what's out there, like you put the two prints side by side, digital C versus a pigment print, there's no comparison. And then you go, this is only gonna last 40 years before the red starts to fade. This is gonna last 200 years.
When you buy that $1 million Eggleston print at Christie's, that's not gonna fade. I've always said that anything that is pigment on paper will outlast anything that's light sensitive, hands down. Because you can't totally fix a print, especially a C print, a digital C print.
The whole thing of going digital has caused more of an upheaval than the printing process, I think, because there's this idea that like, oh, you can just reproduce it, you can just reproduce it, you can reproduce it. It's not this handcrafted object. And, you know, it's, you know, so that kind of was the mentality we've been trying to fight. But it's really the artist's signature, that's all that matters. The artist's signature and them going, this is what I want my work to be. This is how I want it to look. This is how I'm representing it. You know, people are going for quality instead of the newest thing now, which is a really, really good. I mean, ILFORD's actually doing that instead of coming out with 1,000 new papers that are, you know, we have a new canvas and we have a new textured, it's all these other things. It's like, no, let's actually produce something of quality.
See, what's great about this paper is that it smells just like the darkroom. You can smell it smells like Fixer, which is really not Fixer, it's more like the Barita coating. And it's got a beautiful back of the hand feel.
We worked with Eleanor Carucci for her big gallery show. We presented her with a whole bunch of papers, a whole range of kind of, you know, warm tones, cool tones, and neutrals, and just kind of thick papers, thin papers. And she really gravitated towards it. It was really kind of the thickness, and she really liked the, it wasn't really creamy, but more of a neutral, less of a, there's not a lot of brighteners in it. It's just this really kind of beautiful paper, and she's printing color on it. The advantages were really just, it just really holds the color. It's a really nice surface. It's a really, really beautiful surface. Get that, you know, she made these really giant prints that are, when they're mounted behind, you know, framed out, they're just really stunning. And it's taken a little while, and I think the gallery world has finally come around. The collectors have finally come around.
Oh yeah.
You know, we've been to, you know, some very, very, you know, famous collections and looked around the room and kind of go, all right, about half of this is vintage, and, you know, the other half is just pigment prints. I mean, it's really, there's very, very few digital C prints we're seeing being bought right now.
I feel like ILFORD's portfolio of papers is pretty wide. Yeah, I feel like there's a surface for everyone.